baseball fans. My name is Dave from the Frontier League Journal. I hope you're doing well because somebody's doing well between us two on the screen right now. And it's Kyle Arjona, the pitcher of the week for the Frontier League. And he pitches for the Boomers in Schaumburg. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, man. By yourself?
I'm doing good too. And I had the audacity of bothering you while you were on the course Monday when the news was announced. How did you learn about it?
Honestly, I don't look at my phone too much when I'm on the course, okay. Just really into the match, especially when we're scrambling against each other. But I got a text from Jamie, our skipper, and he said, congrats, man. And then I looked at all my Instagram notifications and found out that way.
You were all over the place, I guess, right?
Yeah, a lot of my friends, congratulate me and stuff like that, which is always nice.
Nice. You're a Florida native. And before we get into your performances this season, because you have pretty much your best numbers since 2018, you're from Florida. And I've always been interested. The competition over there is insane. Is there too much people at the same time at the same place playing baseball? I mean, how do you deal with that sort of competition? Do you feed off of it, or is it maybe too much?
No, definitely. It's a sink or swim kind of thing. It makes you better always playing against good people, never having to take a day off. And you never get to breathe really because there's always somebody out there that's going to be really good that you're playing against. But yeah, I definitely think that you can't shy away from it. Yeah, it's definitely better for baseball if everybody's good.
In the summer and pretty much all year long, it's very, very hot. Do you get acclimated to that kind of weather, or is that something that you struggle all year long?
It's definitely something that you start to get used to, when you roll out every day and it's 90 plus and 100% humidity and it rains every day around 1 and, it just heats back up and it's ridiculous. But no, up here, some of the hotter days have been really actually nice for me compared to what I've experienced down there.
Is that one of the reasons why you chose to sign with Schaumburg, because it was in the north?
I heard it's beautiful during the summer. It's the only time we're here and just not to stay for the winter. So yeah, it was definitely one of the factors.
So at the highest of the temperatures in Illinois, it's still cold for you in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie right now and it's like 80 degrees out. It's actually really nice,
And you told me that you are on a university campus right now with the Boomers. They provide a room. Can you tell us about the setting that you have right now?
Yeah, it's a smaller Christian campus located like 30 minutes west of our stadium. So, it's not too far. Nice little amenities. Everybody has a kitchen, full kitchen, 2 to a room. Each person has their kind of own room. And, no students are really here. So it's kind of just nice little area to stay at. Food around here and stuff.
Are you, do you have to make your own bed? Because you don't.
Yeah, I don't make my own bed.
I love it. Is that one of the nicest place where to live as far as the Frontier League teams go? Have you heard about it?
I'm not too familiar with how other teams are doing it. I know a lot of guys are staying in hotels and, some are lucky enough to have host families, but I haven't heard of anybody else having like apartment style living that's pretty much to themselves with no host family or no, hotel.
And who do you live with?
I live with Steven Chambly, another pitcher on our staff.
Oh, you do? Nice. Is it nice to live with him?
Yeah, he's an awesome roommate, even though he doesn't make me coffee some morning. So I gotta go to Starbucks.
Nice. You were drafted by the Phillies in 2018. You made it work but what happened? Why were you released?
Honestly, I'm not too sure why I was released. Had a couple rough outings for like 2 weeks, on my high season, and kind of just didn't really pick it up after that. Velo started to drop a little bit, kind of going to side armor, but just is what it is. It kind of sparked a little fire under me to come back and do well in another league, try and get back into it.
You had one appearance in AAA, 1 or 2 appearances in AAA.
That one.
You got one, yeah. And you went from A ball to AAA. Why was that? Was that out of necessity, or were they testing you?
So actually, it was the other way around. I was in extended spring, with kind of all the other younger guys, and a couple injuries happened, and the bullpen kind of got extended 1 weekend, I guess, at AAA. So instead of moving everybody up from Double A, moving them back down after the weekend, they take guys from extended. I was lucky enough to be one of those guys, and I did well. The farm director was there at the game that I was pitching, and shook my hand after, said I did a good job, and then the next day I was in high A for the rest of the season. So it's kind of like a nice little opportunity to put myself in a better position.
And you were lucky, man. Clearwater is obviously in Florida, so you were close to home in a way.
Oh, yeah.
The question, it begs the question, where is there a difference between affiliated ball and independent ball? Because obviously in affiliated ball, every move is supervised by the big club. In independent ball, the focus is on winning and family entertainment at the stadium. Is there one that you prefer because the approach maybe suits you better?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with explaining the way both ways are. The other affiliated ball side is kind of, more towards development, gearing you towards moving you up. Whereas here, we're just all about winning, all about, picking each up every day, trying to be the best team that we can. And I kind of do prefer having a team that values winning over kind of development. But obviously, everybody here is trying to get back into affiliated ball to try to get to the big leagues where it matters,
Because it's weird for me, because I guess the perfect setting would be the attitude of independent ball, but in affiliated ball. I had the chance to and the luck to talk to Connor Reed, your pitching coach, a very laid back guy. And how could I put it? Is there a one-way format for the pitchers in the Phillies organization that you saw that maybe did not suit your approach?
Yeah, back then, when I was there, it was kind of more towards, I wouldn't say like an outdated way of thinking, but more towards like cookie cutter, we try to do these mechanics, whereas, it doesn't fit for a 5'10" guy like me. Whereas that kind of way of pitching is more towards the bigger, use your body, use your legs and stuff like that. So I do like the way Connor kind of approaches pitching. It's awesome, he kind of rolls with what we like and feeds off that.
Okay. And it's weird because his stuff pretty much resembles what he did as a pitcher in a few years ago, where he pitches to contact. He's not overpowering, but he makes his defense play for him, and he does not allow the free passes, which is what you're doing right now. You're having the best year since 2018. Is there something that you're doing that you were not in the past? Is that a mental approach?
Definitely a lot of mental approach. It's kind of just, taking pitch by pitch and not letting things add up, not letting like if I walk a guy or, bad call by the error happens in the field, not letting it compound and trying to, just not let innings keep going on, just kind of stop the bleeding. If I let up a run, get into some trouble, not bowing my neck and, really getting the outs when I need them.
Okay, it's very easy for me to say, but having those free passes out of the way when you are able to, obviously, it's less pitches, and when you don't strike out 11 guys per 9 innings, you throw less. You've had 2 shutouts this season. Is that something that you're trying to do? I mean, pitch to contact every time just to get a chance for your bullpen to get a rest?
Well. The main pitch that I throw is a sinker, so that's a really contact heavy pitch. Kind of mixing in the changeup a lot more, which is another contact heavy pitch, and trying to avoid walks and trying to be in the zone as much as possible. And if I get that early contact, so be it. But I've also had a lot of like 0-2, 1-2 counts where they put the ball in play and haven't gotten the strikeout.
Okay. Have you tried something different this off season? Have you used technology to maybe advance or perfect one of your pitch right now, or try to develop another one?
In 2019, I went to Driveline. I was lucky enough to train there. However, this past year with COVID, it was, everywhere was kind of shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I was restricted to the gym near my house, which was awesome because it's a great place to work out and train at.
Mm-hmm.
But, they didn't have they had a rep soda that kind of just, was iffy. They didn't have an edgertronic. They didn't have like all the things needed to like kind of work on pitches. So, but I was lucky enough in 2019 to do all that.
Okay, and what was your experience at Driveline? Because the way I see it is, if every every guy is built the same or has the same approach, is that a good thing because it's optimal, or maybe do you get lost in the shuffle or in the mass? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, you could definitely get lost in the shuffle trying to be something that you're not. If you're not a four seam high spin guy, then why would you pitch up in the zone? Versus if you are like that kind of low spin sinker that kind of moves, you'd want to pitch down in the zone, but you wouldn't want to chase that up in the zone because you just get hit. So yeah, definitely like kind of getting lost in the velo, everybody throwing hard and trying to be that guy. If you're not throwing hard, it's not really going to work out for you. So you can get lost in it.
Is that a comfort to you to have the kind of offense that you have? I mean, Niporti, Chase Dawson, McGarry. I mean, all those guys, they hit the fuck out of the ball. Does that make it easier for you because you know that, you know what, I'm going to throw strikes, and even if it's 3-0, I know we can come back.
Yeah, not only does it make it easier, it's a hell of a lot of fun. 4 days that I don't have to pitch, I just sit there and watch them hit and stuff. Get really excited for them. So yeah, it's really comforting knowing that even if I go out there and have a bad like inning or two, they're always able to pick me up.
Do you ever take batting practice?
Well, no, we haven't taken it yet. We're owed like 3 pitchers BPs because of the shots that we've had this season as staff, but we haven't had them yet. We're looking forward to it though.
Okay, dude, you're having a great season. Keep it up, man. I have no idea what you're doing differently, or what is there something that Connor told you? I mean, like one phrase or one thing that he told you that has kind of stuck with you. And I'm putting you on the spot, by the way, that there may not be that thing, but I've always assumed that each pitching coach has his own way of saying things, and maybe Connor told you something that's like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense to me.
For sure. I wouldn't say it was one phrase. I would say it's his ability to have like an open dialogue. Me always be able to like talk to him, tell him what I'm feeling, tell him exactly what I'm feeling. And then he kind of puts it together and says, this is what I think. I agree. Like, I think it looks good. I think this is what it's going to come out to, and just able to like kind of talk back and forth and we kind of come up with something together.
It's interesting that you're saying that to me because I'm the asshole behind the computer who's trying to analyze your starts. And obviously, I cannot watch all of them. So I rely on numbers. But what I've come to appreciate is, well, in a way, is that you have a personal life. So if your girlfriend, if a friend of yours, if your parents, if anybody in your life or something happens because you have some other passion or hobbies, if something happens in your life, it will affect the way you pitch. Is that something that you would like people to take a little more into account? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it is something that, you kind of take into account, but it's also something that you as like a player, you can't let that stuff affect you, It's tough. It's tough because we are humans, like off the field, no matter what, we're always going to carry everything off the field onto the field, but like, it's something that you gotta just push through. It happens to everybody, not just you, and we're ultimately here to perform. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you if you do bad because of your girlfriend broke up with you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also something that you gotta see, but we just can't let it happen.
Nice. What does Kyle Arjona does on his off day if he's not on the golf course?
I mean, honestly, just hanging with the boys, kind of just playing Smash Bros at the field, getting there early and stuff like that. And honestly, just enjoying my coffee in the morning, just hanging out with Steve.
Welcome to the club, my friend. Kyle, it was a pleasure and a privilege to talk to you. Thank you so much, man. Have a great season, and let's keep in touch, man. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, man, I'm down for it.
My pleasure. Have a great day.
You too, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.